Microphone test. Microphone test. This is a test of Jiryu's microphone. Testing the microphone. We did a change up of the microphones. We need to test it. Sorry for the interruption.
I realized that it was not anybody's personal opinion. Right.
They gotta put one chair somewhere.
They're even more.
Another side. We just had another back row business. Good morning. Thank you very much for coming to this muddy valley. It's quite a historic event. It's the first time we have the mountain seed ceremony here in Green Gulch, so thank you all so much. There's so many people. It's really amazing to see this happening. Just a reminder to please put your cell phones, either turn them off or put them in airplane mode, and please don't take any pictures during the ceremony.
Except we have official photographers who will be taking photos.
Yeah, if you're official photographer, it's okay.
And I wanted to just give a brief report about our directors. So our beloved director, Timo Blank, has COVID. Most of his family, and he sent a lovely note to our Green Gulch thread last night, which I thought I would read. He says, "We are delighted watching the auspicious ceremonies going on in our temples online. Thank you all for the support that you put forth to make these wonderful events happen. We are sorry not to be able to attend in person. I want to express, Timo wants to express his deep gratitude to our Abbess Fu for her practice and leadership for the last 9 years, and also his joyful anticipation of our new abbot, Jiryu, ascending the Green Dragon Temple mountain today for the first time. We will be attending in our hearts from home." Thank you.
my root teacher, Hakuryu Sojun Daiyosho, and my life and Dharma partner, Ango Jika Saratashkar, together selected this fabric for me. Their love and support is in this cloth. Gyokuden Steph Blanc, our careful and authentic, perfectly playful steward of the lineage of Nyohoe, with the help of the Sangha's compassionate hands, has transmuted this cloth into Buddha's robe. My deep gratitude to all of you. I am not worthy to wear it, yet I cannot give it away. Our founder, Shogaku Shunryu Daiyosho, said this: when you become just you, that is how the practice includes everything. When we let this material of Buddha's robe be just this material, without saying mine or yours, then this material is for everyone. Having received this teaching and this love, now just this person vows to wear just this material for everyone.
時流不願宗師書店法輪誠におめでたいことであります。
This is such an auspicious occasion where Jiru-san is turning the Dharma wheel.
一芸を呈して祝辞といたします。
I'd like to extend my congratulations by presenting my exam poem.
潮の新人密かに伝来し、花に尋ね月に問い、道場まどかなり。大鳥舞龍銀寺、南の随岡厳然。自己あまねくみつる天地の春。
Mind seal of Dharma ancestors now secretly transmitted. Our inquiries are greeted by flowers, questions responded by moons. Your walk on the Buddha way has always been calm and complete. The phoenix has flown in joy, and green dragons has offered its songs, manifesting such an auspicious occasion. Lights of compassion fulfills the every corners of heaven and earth on this beautiful spring day.
総隆寺の皆さん、不願宗師、誠におめでとうございます。
Once again, I'd like to extend my congratulations to all of you of the Soryuj Temple. Congratulations.
In times of relentless change, like the time we're living now, the Bodhisattva gifts of patience and clarity become a key point of reference that helps others find stability and ease in their life and practice. Jiryu, you come bearing these gifts of clarity and patience, so needed in the world today. The mountain you're ascending is the endless mountain of Dharma, and the clouds, the sun, and the moon cannot touch it. So how can you? Yet, we are forever blessed that you bring forth the calm wisdom and fearless compassion to sit on this high peak for the benefit of all beings. And you are not alone in this journey. Every step you take is a step of a community that will continuously support you. As abbot of this temple, I am sure you will sow these fertile grounds with endless seeds of bodhicitta. You will nurture these lands with the light of your practice, and many bodhisattvas will fully blossom under your care and wisdom. We are looking forward to your teaching and guidance to liberate all beings from suffering. Please, lead us with deep compassion and radical wisdom as we continue this path of practice towards liberation. The world is going through times of deep transformation, and in this world of change, the San Francisco Zen Center relies on its leaders to guide this organization with clarity of vision, deep commitment to the Dharma, and endless care and inclusion. I am looking forward to working with you in deeply understanding what is needed, not just to keep going, not just to move forward, but to really thrive as a community of practice. Because this suffering world needs us to do so, to make every effort to be strong and healthy in order to provide the balm of Buddha's teaching reaching far and wide in the 10 directions. Your patience, wisdom, and compassion will now continue benefiting this community. Having accepted this great responsibility, please allow us to support you in taking care of this temple for the benefit of all beings. Jiryu, on behalf of the San Francisco Zen Center, 9 deep bows of gratitude.
Good morning, friends and relatives. When Jiryu and I were little more than blonde-haired teenagers, searching for our true self in a world of suffering, Jiryu and I recognized each other as brothers and have been at each other's side practicing this way for most of our lives. Thank you, brother, for asking me to offer support here today. On behalf of your closest friends and family, I give you this gift in support of taking the mountain seat. I thank our teachers and elders who have devoted their lives to the continuation of this practice by nourishing our community and waking up every day to practice the actualization of Buddha Dharma. Perhaps some of you were there and know this story firsthand, so forgive me for telling it. But thus I have heard that once when Shogaku Shunryu Daiyosho was ill, he asked his attendant to place a heavy rock on his body. And when the rock's weight was settled on his chest, he explained, "This stone is more real than what I am thinking about. It is heavy. The weight of being abbot will surely be heavy. May this stone help bring you back to the practice of non-thinking. May the strength of your zazen free you from believing your thoughts so that you can just hold the stone." It is with a heart of gratitude that I stand before you, brother. And I ask our ancestors to bless you with wisdom beyond wisdom and great compassion. I have deep faith in you, body, speech, and mind. The way you meet and attend the suffering of countless beings. With every breath, you receive and give back, letting go of mental constructs, letting go of getting anything, letting go and abiding in the ease and joy of your true nature. So long as the wind flaps at the door of this grass hut, may you feel the love and admiration we have for you. Together, let us go on practicing mercy and patience to end all evil, practicing extending kindness and forgiveness to feed all hope, and practicing renunciation of dualistic thinking to free all beings. Together, let us return to true nature, return to harmonious workings, return to meeting all beings as family, warm hand to warm hand. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions in 3 times, please be with us here today on this sacred ground. May the earth herself be our witness as this humble monk manifests his Dharma and the echoes of liberation from self-clinging ripple out to be received by countless generations yet to be born.
Ancestor Shogen asked, "Why can't the person of great strength lift their own leg? Why can't the person of great strength lift their own leg? Strong or weak, wise or foolish, mean or kind, not one of us can lift an arm. Not one of us can speak a word. Not one of us can take a step. Do you understand? Do I understand? It's only everything together that can move a body. So let's wait now and see, will all things move this leg or not?" This mountain is born of vow and made of vow. It has no other purpose, no other cause, no other fruit. Just this vow of great compassion. May our practice support the whole world to have peace. May our practice support all beings to be well. May our practice support all beings to be safe. May our practice support all beings to be free from suffering and all causes of suffering. Every single being. There is no other reason we are here. For the tangled family of the Buddha way, all you heirs who flow from Shakyamuni's great mistake, through Patachara's broken and healed heart, through Bodhidharma's reckless meddling, through the tea lady of Longtan's poisoned cakes, through Dogen's wild eyes, Shogaku's too kind heart, and through this temple's line of revered abbots, Zen Tatsu to Furyu, I offer incense and I bow to you in gratitude. You truly have no thing in common. May the practice in this temple make plain this no thing for all beings. I offer incense and I bow now to the members and supporters of this temple. The generosity of you who give your resources and life, energy to the sustenance of Green Gulch and San Francisco Zen Center, to the maintenance of this lineage, to the tending of this practice and its light of Dharma for the world, gratitude beyond gratitude. There is no temple and no lineage without you. To those members and supporters who have died, may they continue to receive the merit of our practice, just as we continue to receive the merit of their generosity and faith. I offer incense and I bow now to my late transmission teacher, Hakuryu Sojun Daiyosho, and to his disciples who have been my teachers. Sojun, Mel, the blood vein of your deep and ordinary lineage first coursed into me through my Jukai and Shuke ordination teacher, Lee de Barrows, Seido Eishu Daiyosho, my kindest, oldest Dharma friend, who was without fail there for me at every turn, opening the wondrous gate. Then through my Shuso teacher, Steve Stuckey, Daitsu Myogen Daiyosho, whose steady and vast eyes saw right into me and kept on looking. And now, Sojun, with you gone, it flows to me still through my post-transmission, hopefully, finally, some maturation teacher, Norman Fisher, Zoketsu Rinsho Roshi, whose slow steps, utter sincerity, and disarming humility cut right through to the root. Sojun, you are the source and common thread. I cannot repay this debt. You saved me from my saving. I vow with you to live and die with you in hara. Simple and complete, just this person, now and now. and dragons and elephants. Let us bring forth the Dharma together. Give me your questions.
When you disappoint us, and when we disappoint you, how shall we meet each other and support each other so that we remember we're lifting the same leg?
How about we never, ever disappoint each other?
Congratulations. Great. Congratulations.
Recently, we were talking about my old teacher, our old teacher, and my new teacher. And you said, there wasn't a time that you met Tenshin Roshi without touching vastness. How will you bring that to us, that teaching?
My effort when I meet is to become vast. Hopefully, whether I feel vast or constricted, a sincere student and a sincere teacher can meet that vastness together. Sometimes vast, sometimes tiny. That's the great freedom.
Congratulations. Great congratulations.
Testing, testing. Jiryu, someone said, why do you climb the mountain? And someone answered, because it's there. Why do you climb the mountain?
I was asked to climb the mountain, and I really had no choice.
I thought so.
Thank you for helping me up the steep path.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Great congratulations.
Gracias, Jiryu. La montaña invita a subir. El océano invita a bajar. Tú eres mi maestro y yo quiero apoyarte en todo. ¿Qué camino me recomiendas seguir?
La amabilidad y el silencio y el escuchar y no responder y escuchar y no responder y escuchar y entonces con una pausa responde.
Congratulations. Great congratulations.
we've received the teaching that non-sentient beings, grass, trees, walls, tiles, the great earth, do you hear it?
I was looking for it just now. And I just saw a screen. I vow to open to each thing. Taste what I can of its teaching, and know that its actual teaching to me is inconceivably more vast than I can possibly comprehend or even let in.
Congratulations. Great congratulations.
Great teacher Yunmen spoke to his assembly thus: disease and medicine subdue each other. All the whole earth is medicine. What is yourself? What medicine are you dispensing now, now, now?
God help us if I dispense some medicine, Amala. The rain
Cleanses.
may it be so.
Thank you. Congratulations. Great congratulations.
How will you make sure that we know when you need our help?
I can only trust that you dig and dig and don't take "I don't need help" for an answer. I do need help all the time. And I hear your invitation to have my whole body all day long express that I need everybody's help all the time.
Thank you for helping me.
Congratulations.
Great! Congratulations.
Now I will express the fundamental teaching of Soto Zen, the backbone of our way. The backbone of our way is this backbone, my spine and your spine, rooted at the base in the hara, extending to the sky from the crown. This great pillar, whatever its shape, holds up heaven and earth and is itself the fundamental point. Around this spine, reality can flow in and out with no name and no trace, and stirring no confusion. This is called sharing the feeling of what is right here. Your feeling flows out. The rain's feeling flows in. None of it graspable, none of it fixed. Soon we can't even say if it's our feeling or the rain's feeling. This is Hongji's accord. This is Shogaku's become one. Then, when the time is right, supported by this upright spine, the body leaps, the frog tongue darts. This is Hongji's respond. This is Shogaku's wind bell. This leaping action will be compassion because it is based on non-separation, but that excuses nothing. The eyes and ears and heart stay open. If we have caused some harm, we must not plead emptiness. We just try all the harder to accord yet more deeply, to respond yet more authentically. I will now try to express my appreciation to Hoitsu Suzuki Hiroshi, my lineage, grandfather, son, and Dharma heir, our founder, Shogaku Shunryu Daisho. Hoitsu Suzuki Hiroshi has been a vital link for San Francisco Zen Center, allowing us to preserve the lineage of our founder. To directly express my gratitude to him on behalf of myself and the Sangha, I will stumble through a few words of Japanese. Hoitsu Suzuki Hiroshi, 私たちのために遠く海を渡ってくださりありがとうございます。老子は私たちの本師ソージャン・メル・ワイツマンの真の友人であり、老子の優しさがアメリカの私たちへ老子の血統を継ぐ門を開いてくれました。私は自分の血脈に老子のお名前を見るたびに感謝の気持ちでいっぱいになります。それ以上に老子は長い間サンフランシスコ全センターと共に歩んでこられました。老子は子供の頃からこのセンターを支えるために多くの犠牲を払ってきました。私はそのことを常に忘れません。とても感謝しています。私とそして私たちサンフランシスコ全センターは永遠に老子の恩義を預かります。心よりありがとうございます。Now I will offer a personal statement. Long ago, the very first time I visited Green Gulch, by some strange chance or karma, I spent the night in Norman Fisher's study. Early in the morning, Norman kindly knocked for me and said, "It's time for Zazen." I followed him down to this hall and I sat while the sun rose. Since that moment, this one single thread has been unspooling beneath my feet. Now, looking up, I find that it has led me to this mountaintop. I don't know how that happened, and I don't know what will happen next, but I will continue following this single thread, it's time for Zazen. Blue Cliff Record, model subject 36, translated by our founder, Shogaku Shunryu Daiyosho. Attention! One day, Chosha went for a walk. When he returned to the gatekeeper said, "Sir, where have you been?" Chosha said, "I have come from strolling about mountains and waters." The gatekeeper said, "Where did you go?" Chosha said, "At first I followed the scent of the herbs, then I wandered by the falling flowers." The gatekeeper said, "Very much like a calm spring feeling." Chosha said, "It transcends even the cold autumn dew falling on the lotus." 60 years ago, our founder laid out this koan's meaning with excessive clarity. He said, "The mind should be spotless so that everything may be observed as it is. When you have reached this stage, your everyday life is called the life of Yusan Gansui, the life of wandering about mountains and waters. Chosha's practice transcends the warm spring feeling as well as the cold autumn feeling when icy dew is on the withered leaves and the stems of the lotus." Our founder in that way said it all, but didn't mention why it was important. So I, having wandered up this mountain polished by spring rain, will do so today. Yusan Gansui, this mature Zen life of freedom, of easeful strolling, not stuck on any feeling, free to be the feeling that it's time for, to meet springtime when it's springtime, to meet autumn when it's autumn, to move where the wind blows, and to rest when the time is right. This is not just how the monk Chosha walked in the pristine mountains of Tang China. It's how Jizo Bodhisattva walks right now, loving and liberating beings in the lowest Avicii hell. His body is on fire. Their bodies are on fire. His ears ring with their screams, and maybe he screams too. Ah! And yet, he can walk and meet and hear and love and be with them. That is Yusan Gansui. That is what our practice of freedom is for, and that is why we need to practice harder and ever more sincerely, starting now. My concluding statement is this: may we vow together to continue this effort forever, and may we continuously dedicate its merit to the complete liberation of every single living being from every single form of suffering. Thank you for sitting patiently for so long. Thank you, kitchen. I'm going to thank you on this paper, but you know what it says. Thank you very much. I'll try to be brief and probably fail. I want to try to say thank you to some people and wish I could say more thank you to more. First, thank you. You okay? Thank you. Is that okay? Thank you to the San Francisco Zen Center, Elders Council, Board of Directors, and Sangha for your faith in me in requesting that I take this seat. Thank you to my many teachers and elders in the way who I wasn't able to mention during my formal statements, including all of the abbots and senior Dharma teachers, those who are still with us and those who are no longer with us. In particular, thank you to Reb and Linda, who have lived alongside me for all of my time at Green Gulch, and who have always found ways to teach me despite my stubbornness, and to Fu, a teacher and true friend to me, a constant of support among the changing conditions ever since I first served as your Jiko so long ago. Thank you to all the many elders at San Francisco Zen Center who have shown me the way, like Martha de Barros, Wendy Johnson, Mary Mosine, Arlene Luke, and so many others, some of whom are able to be here today, some of whom could not make it, and too many of whom have passed on to Buddhahood before we were ready to lose them. In particular, thank you to those elders who live and practice with me at Green Gulch, Maya, Emila, Sonia, Suki, Mick. I am so happy to know you, and I cannot imagine this place without you. I do not want you ever to leave. I also want to name and thank two very important teachers of mine from outside of Zen Center, Harada Tangen Roshi of Bukokuji Temple, whose 5th year memorial we will observe next week, and Professor Bob Scharf of UC Berkeley, who kindly came to be with us today. It is momentous that this 50th year of the life of Green Dragon Temple is also the year that for the first time we're hosting a mountain seat ceremony, and unfortunately, it has also been a momentous burden on everyone involved. I am so sorry and so appreciative. David and Brent, thank you for making this whole weekend happen somehow. And Maya for being the critical piece that allowed this to happen at Green Gulch at all. Thank you, Mako, for doing this alongside me with such vulnerability, sincerity, and joy. And thank you deeply to the Green Gulch senior staff, plus the residents and volunteers for all you have done to pull this off. It's daunting, but I think good to realize that I start off on this seat as abbot already greatly in debt to all of you. So please call that in. And thank you to all who served in the ceremonial roles today, the Ryoban, the Jishas. I also want to thank my family and appreciate my profound good fortune for your health and that you all could be here today. My parents, Marge and David, who have shown me from the start that compassion is the point of life. My Dharma plus brother, Hondo Dave, and Dharma plus sister-in-law, Shungetsu Devon, and Ella and Leo. My parents-in-law, Mike and Linda, and honorary Grandma Lulu. If in this role as abbot I can share even a fraction of the love and understanding you have shown me, then everyone who comes here will understand right away the meaning of Zen. And especially, of course, to Frank and Dusty. Thank you for your love, energy, patience, and kindness with me. More than anyone, you two have helped me to grow up and to be ready for this seat. And Sarah, you know that I don't have the words to express my love and my gratitude to you for your companionship and authentic, fearless teaching to me every day over these 20 years of our life together. My biggest reservation in taking this seat is that I might, for now, be blocking some of the view for the Sangha of your great Dharma light. Zen Center and Green Gulch and the whole world need your teaching and your wisdom, as I do, and I promise I will support you however I can to keep offering that light for all of us. Lastly, to the esteemed guests, representatives of so many Sanghas and communities who have traveled, took all of this time to be here, in particular again, Hoitsu, Suzuki Roshi, Reverend Shungo, Suzuki, Akiba Roshi, Konjin Roshi, all the Roshis. And all the not quite Roshis who have come to support Zen Center and Green Dragon Temple and me. And to everyone here in person and online, especially those who I forgot to name, thank you very much for coming. How wonderful and very strange to get to be a human being with all of you, amazing people. May all beings be so blessed. Thank you.
Jiryu, I'm a little bit overwhelmed by the beauty and the clarity, the strength, and the heart of the Dharma that you have showed us today. Yes, you were sleeping in my study because it was spring break of Deep Springs College, and without necessarily asking us, our son Aaron brought home his 8 or 10 best friends from school, and they were sleeping on the living room floor. I guess there wasn't room for you on the living room floor, so you were in my study. So we know each other a long time. So from the depth of that karmic connection, who knows how far back it goes, I offer you deep congratulations and confidence that you and we go forward beautifully. I can tell you from personal experience that it is very odd to ascend this mountain and be in habit of Zen Center. It's a little bit like those World War II movies where a bunch of soldiers are lined up in a row and the commanding officer says, "I need a volunteer. If you want to volunteer, take one step forward." And the entire line of soldiers takes one step back, except for one poor guy who looks around and realizes that he's the volunteer. It's a little like that. How did you get here? And yet, in all the world systems, there could be no one else on this mountain right now but you. I had some tears when you mentioned your teachers, Seido Lee, my old friend and disciple, and Sojin Mel, my teacher of many, many decades. Boy, do we miss them. And I think that they would say to you now, always trust your compassionate heart. Do what you think is right. Don't worry. Just do it. If it's a mistake, the Sangha will let you know right away. And you'll listen to them. That's what Mel always did. It amazed me how he did that. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you well, deep, deep, great, great congratulations.
Congratulations.
私は耳が少し遠くなりましたから心配してましたが、先ほどの声はよく聞こえました。
So I started to have some difficulty hearing these days. I was a bit anxious coming, but I could clearly hear the message you shared with us a while ago.
少し耳の通りが良くなりました。ありがとうございました。
I feel like I can hear better now. Thank you.
この間補聴器を買ってきましたけど、今ははめておりません。
So I actually bought a hearing aid the other day, but I'm not wearing one today.
普段にこやかで優しいお姿でありますが、力強い様子を拝見いたしまして、大変心強く思っております。
I always see you as always smiling and gentle, but today I see you firm and confident, and I felt so reassured, confident as well.
慈龍さんは、新明大王将様は日本でご修行もされた。夏は暑い、冬は寒い仏国寺におられたと言いますけど、よく我慢をしてご修行をされました。私は仏国寺では修行をしたことがありません。
So you have trained in Japan at the Bukkokuji Temple, very well known for its really hot summer and really cold winter there. I have never been there, but that's what I heard, and you persevered all the training there.
厳しい修行をされたのに優しい人になったって、 いうことはいい修行をされたわけであります。どうか世界中の皆さんをこれからご指導いただきたいと思います。
Despite all this hard, difficult training, through this training you went through, you became such a gentle person, and I can see, and that's the training you've done. It's wonderful practice, wonderful training you've done, and with this gentleness, I hope you will reach out to the people in all over the world, and that is.
おめでとうございました。日本へ来てください。
I'd like to extend my deep congratulations, and please come to Japan.
新名 so many words and ways for the wider Sangha to thank you this morning in the body of this breathing room on sacred, continuously cultured, alive Coast Miwok territory. And you asked me to thank you or to express gratitude on behalf of the wider Sangha. Shinmei, newborn, the wider Sangha is here in this room with you. And the rain has a voice and little hands and a big, fertile promise. Please, please, patch-robed monks and monkesses. Remember how Dorsha Fisk used to love to say, monks and monkesses. One of the most ancient and wonderful original teachers at San Francisco Zen Center. Monks and monkesses. I don't need to thank Jiryu, every single one of us. Now, take a deep breath. Listen to the rain. Take a deep breath in, all the way in. And let breath sweep mind all the way out. And we are willing to live and die together. We are cloud and water wanderers, and we are here for you. We are made of you. And please, everyone, let's, in Buddha Dharma Sangha, I remember Martha saying, sometimes at the end of sitting, those behind bars, in la montaña del silencio, would put their hands on their hearts and breathe all the way in and out. Dear Dharma family, let's do that. We are in alignment with San Quentin Prison, 6,000 plus incarcerated felons asking for freedom. And we have the freedom to be alive in dangerous times with you. Please, hand on the heart, all the way in and all the way out. Dragons ride the thunder to change their bones and be alive in dangerous times. From the deep springs, branching streams flow on in the dark. 75 active, vibrant Dharma centers in this country, 11 in the wider community worldwide. Yes, from the Montaña de Silencio to this very mountain. Gratitude to those who are not afraid to face climate catastrophe, immense danger, racism beyond measure, confusion, greed, hate, delusion, war, pestilence, lying, and purify it in our practice, and drink the dirty water of our times, and find fresh life. And we are standing with you and grateful. I did write a tribute. I will now pick it up, and it is short. Oh, in honor of Suzuki Roshi and his glasses. Congratulations, newborn Shinmei. Congratulations. Today, Sunday, March 12th, 2023, in soft and pervading rain, you ascend the mountain peak with our full blessing and support. Sky-headed, sea-tailed, new life compassion dragon, your all-embracing vow stirs the fine mists and rains of complete Dharma in the 10 directions. And listen, everyone, every one of us is needed now, more than ever on this burning charnel ground, where we can together taste the truth of the Tathagata's teaching. Shoji Jidai. Great is the matter of life and death. Awake, each one. Don't waste our time. Thank you.
As we were driving into Green Gulch this morning, I was looking at the weather thinking, well, I hope it's not too cold in the Zendo, and I hope it doesn't rain on the way to the Zendo. And from the back seat, I heard Frank sigh, just a deep, joyful sigh. And he said, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just love the fog. And that was lesson in Zen number 1 for the day. Felicitaciones, Marcos. I'm honored to be the one offering you the congratulations of your families around the world. The Rutschmans, the Beilers, the Tashkers, the Millers, the dear family friends like Arlene, and all our family friends that have been lifelong friends and forever involved in our lives. We all delight in seeing you take this step of increased commitment to your community and a milestone in your spiritual journey. Know that we hold you always in the light. Our family's Mennonite roots extend back for many generations, most of them farmers with strong work ethic and a deep commitment to their faith. Mennonites have sought to practice their faith as they honor God in their community and in service to others and in their work for peace. Both David's parents and mine traveled to South America as missionaries in 1947. Frank Beiler and Anna Hallman to Argentina, and Laverne Rutschman and Harriet Fishbach to Colombia. In 1961, both families met in Montevideo, Uruguay, where both our parents taught at a Mennonite seminary. David and I independently developed strong commitments to peace and justice that led to a marriage grounded in solidarity with people living in poverty and under oppression. During the 70s, when we lived first in Uruguay and then in Argentina, we often struggled to find the relevance of our pacifist views in the face of indiscriminate killings, disappearance, incarceration during the US-backed military dictatorships in the Southern Cone. In Albuquerque, New Mexico in the early 80s, David and I joined the Society of Friends, or Quakers, and learned to seek the spirit in the deep silence of gathered friends. During these years, you and Dave attended the meeting with us and made some of your closest childhood friends. In 1996, on a long bus ride across the Argentine Pampas, Dad and Mark held deep conversations about Buddhism and Christianity. What I remember most about hearing their stories afterwards is how they both felt deeply heard and deeply respected. This was foreign territory for Dad, but he saw in Mark the quest of a true seeker, and while not understanding it at all, fully supported his grandson's commitment to finding his truth. When you were sewing your first rakusu, you visited us in Chicago, and we went to see Mom and Dad in northern Indiana. You asked them to sew some stitches. Mom, who was an expert quilter, quickly dispatched a line of neat, small stitches. Dad took a little longer. His fingers more used to a hammer. Could you stand up and just tell me to stand? Just put your arm here. Sorry, I don't have full strength yet back. No. Got my bearings. ¿Dónde voy acá? Yes. So Dad, whose fingers were more used to a hammer and nails than to needles, started sewing. While he was doing that, he looked up at Mark, a twinkle in his eye, and flashed a grin. Now remember, these are Christian stitches. Okay, I got it. See, this is why it's two of us here. We all celebrate the person you have become. When we think of you riding your one wheel up and down these hills, or hanging out at our dinner table after feasting on empanadas and pie, or sitting zazen, or giving a Dharma talk, we instantly recognize the loving, compassionate, curious, funny, and courageous son we love so dearly. I want to offer our deep appreciation to the Sangha for conferring this honor on our son, and for your continued support for him and his family as he carries out his responsibilities as a colleague and a teacher, a father and a husband, and a disciple of Buddha. Para vos, Marcos, siempre y para siempre, todo nuestro amor. Gracias.
Jiryu Fugan, Compassion Dragon, Universal Vow, my life's companion and good Dharma friend. Congratulations on your great good fortune. We all know how rare and wonderful it is to be born in a human body and to hear the true Dharma, let alone to practice the way so diligently, so beautifully, for most of a lifetime, and to have the support of the Sangha to ascend the mountain, to become the mountain that supports us all. And congratulations to the Sangha for making this new mountain. Decades of sincere and careful tending to the causes and conditions that create an abbot. On the part of our elders, you know who you are. Generosity and forbearance of youthful idealism. Patience with limited views, enthusiasm for the way-seeking mind, compassion for the way-seeking heart, and the wisdom to meet Buddha nature to Buddha nature over and over as this one and all of us find our way. And on the part of the students, eagerness to hear the Dharma, to receive and turn it together, to ask for the precepts and wish to practice them together, to seek out guidance and support on the path. You will be a good abbot.
I told her to say that.
I will support you. Frank and Dusty will support you. We will be your harness and your rope. We will tie all the safety knots you need. How could it be any other way? We will support you. How could it be any other way? Sometimes it will be difficult. The Sangha will get stuck and confused, and we will separate from one another. And sometimes it will be fun. We will remember we are playing together in the fields of form and emptiness, incorporating the forms of spring and summer, autumn and winter into the ancient brocade. May we remember to practice the precepts and feel the real spirit of Zen together. I love you. I admire you. I respect you. I am full of gratitude for you as you climb the mountain for us, and then leap back down to celebrate and lead us in the way in this soaking, wet, lush, green river valley full of new spring growth, this green dragon's temple. Thank you very much, and great congratulations, Jiryu Fugon, and to all of us, the great Sangha Jewel.
which is roofed. So there's a lot of space to spread out and enjoy the meal. Thank you all very much for coming.
Where's the kitchens? I'm so hungry. I'm literally starving.